Started. Good morning. Today, I don't know why I don't just press record when I tell y'all this in the morning. Today's topic is going to be literally how it is to deal with rejection. How do we deal with rejection? How do we deal with no? Let me go ahead and mute everybody on in here. Perfect. How do we deal with rejection and how do we deal with no? So if you've been following me or you've been on these videos, you know some of the things in which I say, like literally, even if I move over to another topic, there's some things that literally keep moving with it. Have you noticed that? Like, it doesn't matter if I'm talking about a loyal customer, this goes with the distributor. If I'm talking about the distributor, this goes with the loyal customer. There's a lot of stuff that just keeps replaying itself, right? So today, when I was coming up with this one, I was like, okay, are there any things that are overlapping and where they were coming from before? Is it something that they can do a drawback on from a previous seminar to be able to use? And I'm like, yep. Because today, I'm not going to go over with you when somebody says no, you says this. When somebody says this, you do this. Because guess what? There is no right way to respond to somebody when they say no. Because guess what? When you're in a situation where someone is saying no, there's always going to be you and the person there. There's something that's on this side of this person, and then there's something that's on this side of this person. And guess what it is? Right here. It's their thought process. It's their thought process. It's your thought process. And literally, when you're dealing with something of a rejection, it's both people's perception of what's happening in that scenario. So for me, I don't believe that there's any way, one specific way to handle no. That's what sometimes with me, with my downline, I may say, hey, get me on the phone because I need to hear what it is that they're saying. I need to hear your voice inflections of what you're saying, right? So then it goes, well, how do I control this then, Tracy? If I'm here and you're about to tell me about how to deal with rejection, how am I going to work with it? Well, being that I said that it's right here, I want you to do something for me. One of the things in which I told you, you can't get anything positive. You can't get anything negative. You can't do a lot of different things until you check your state. You have to check your state. What do you think when you're going into a call? What are you thinking? How are you acting? How is your body positioning? Like for right here, right now, everybody who's on here right now, do you feel like you could project from wherever you're sitting right now? Do you feel you could project the best portion of yourself, how you are right now? Are you slumped? Are you in the bed with the camera off, just listening? Is that your best positioning right now to listen? Now, maybe it's your best position to listen. Is it your best position to project the best portion of yourself? Is it? No. Do you like to smile when you talk? Do you like to frown when you talk? All of these things go first. So before you even pick up the phone, you have to check your mental capacity. You have to check where you are when you're making the phone call. Are you sleepy? Hey, y'all. If y'all was on, anybody who was on my team last night, remember I told y'all, they were like, hey, are you going to do another Zoom this evening? I was like, I don't know. We have to see how I feel. Guess what? About a good 6:30, I felt all of my age. I was sleepy. I was tired. I was lethargic. These kids were getting on my nerves. My son wanted me to run him to Wendy's. Matter of fact, no, forget it. He didn't want me to run him to Wendy's. He wanted to drive to Wendy's while I sat in the passenger seat when he was all amped. No, wasn't gonna occur. My daughter, her volleyball practice is normally on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I take on Tuesdays. My the neighbors' kids, because we carpool, she takes on Thursdays. However, we ended up on Wednesday, and I don't know how that ended up being my day. Like, if we both in the middle, we supposed to be flipping a coin, right? No coin was flipped. It was just, oh no, Tracy's taking the girl. So all of that is running around in my head, and I had to make a decision at that moment. How could I handle if I got on a Zoom, somebody asked me a question I wasn't willing to respond to at that moment because I was agitated? How would I deal if I talk to a customer right now at this time? Is my state okay? No. So guess what? To set myself up for success, I went to bed. I laid down for a moment. I got myself a nap. I wrote out things in which I could do. I took myself away from any potential of anything going wrong, and I set myself up for some success. So what did I did? I responded to my hundreds list. They can't see me. So I started to text them, right? So in texting them, I started to feel a little bit better. Then I started to reach out to my downline, see what they had going on via text. So if yesterday you got a text from me and you didn't get a phone call from me, here's your reason why. Because guess what? I knew at that portion of time, that wasn't the best time. However, what I can't do, so I'll tell everybody, hey, guess what you can't do? If you at work and you work 9 to 5 and you at 2 o'clock get sleepy, can you stop working from 2 to 5? No, right? So what would I have done if I worked for somebody else? Keep in mind, I'm up here. Maybe I would have got up, I would have walked around, shook a little bit, talked to somebody else. Maybe, remember, you can't change the outcome, but changing that dang on activity, you could do that. Maybe if you work in the retail, you can go restock the store. You can walk around. Anything you need to do to make it through that last 3 hours, right? So that's what I had to do. I had to say, hey, if this one activity, I know right now I'm not going to be able to output my best, my absolute best. I need to find another activity where still I'm being productive for myself. But guess what? I am going to feel rejection if I walk into these environments. Because I'm telling you, everybody is going to be expecting me to be, woo, this Trayce, pumped on the Trayce, and I can't give it. Right? So, I haven't even gotten all of my dang on keto coffee in this morning. That's a mistake of myself too as well. So, I get up this morning and I say, hey, what is it that you want to be able to deliver to them? Which one of your topics? And I had another topic today, but I said, hey, being that you were dealing with this right now, or you didn't want to necessarily hear no, you didn't want to do all those things, how did you resolve through that? Let's go teach that. Let's go share that. So let me tell you right now, when people are very afraid, scared, they have attached an emotion to no. Just so you know that. So when someone is telling you no, distributor-wise or loyal customer-wise, what is it that you feel? What do you feel? Write that down. When somebody's saying, no, I don't want your product. No, I don't want to be on your team. What do you feel? Write it down. If you're in the car, I better not catch you writing. I need you to think it to the right side of your brain. Write it down. What is that emotion that you feel? Write that down. Now, what I'm going to tell you, there are, I don't know how many people that are on this training right now. There are multiple people on this training right now, and there is a different emotion on everyone's piece of paper. So it doesn't matter what the emotion is, but that emotion has been attached to when you hear no, this is how you feel, right? Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a little mental trip with me. When's the last time, let's get out of it works land. When's the last time you felt that emotion attached to another thing that was no? When's the last time you felt that emotion? Say, for instance, you feel depressed. You felt rejected. You felt irritated. Here's a good one. You angry. When's the last time something else outside of it works, you felt that emotion? Think about it. Was it just this morning? We heard pink cup already. So what is this emotion? Think about it. Now when I want you to think about it, I want you to pay attention. How did you handle it? When you felt rejected, you felt depressed, you felt angry. How did you handle it? What did you do? Did you walk away? Did you take a nap? What did you do? When you felt anger, depression, fear, you want to run away. Believe me, I know these are all emotions when people say no. So what did you do? What did you do? You thinking? Write those things down. What did you do? Not outside of It Works. I'm not talking about when you heard a distributor, when you heard a loyal customer. I'm talking about outside of. Maybe you asked your husband for a new car and he told you no. Maybe you was looking for a new bag. You were told no. What did you do when you were told no? Now what I want you to do after you think about that, I want you to jump all the way to the end. Did you make it through it? Say, for instance, you felt depressed. Did you get over it? Did it last? If it didn't last, how long did it take you to get to that place? Was it a day? Was it 30 minutes? Write that down. How long did it take you to literally resolve, okay, I'm over it? How long was that? Was it 30 minutes? Was it 5? How long was it? Now jump to the end. I see somebody say they prayed and they cried. So how long did it take you to get to the point where literally you just picked yourself on up and you went over it and you went past it? How long was it? Because again, everybody's answer is going to be different. Write that down. You're going to do something with this. So don't just think it. Write it down. In the event you're in the car, replay it. Do this exercise. Okay? Write it down. How long did it take you? Now that you have how long that it took you, I'm going to bring you into a portion where I'm going to tell you something. Usually, when something is going right or wrong, there is an emotion that we've attached to it, right? It's mostly all the time. There's an emotion that we've attached to it. Now, what we fail to do is realize in that moment, we've been in this situation before. We've gotten through it. This is what we did when we got through it. This is how long it lasts. And then it was done. It's over, right? What we don't do is put all of those actions back to new situations. So say, for instance, you told your husband you wanted a new car and he said no, right? He said no, I don't think so. You got a little angry, right? You went outside, you walked away, maybe you went to the store and you went to go max up on another car. Maybe we ain't doing the car. Maybe you went to go buy some clothes. And then maybe 24 hours later, you were okay. You were fine. You were back. You realized, hey, I can't get it. Right? That's your process. That's how you process things. When you hear no, this is what you do. This is how you get over it. And then this is how you move forward. I want you to have, the reason why I made you write your own, and I did not tell you what anybody's was, is because we all conflict resolute different. We all do. We all hear things differently. The biggest mistakes we make is we think that the way we respond to things is the way other people respond to things. So usually when we get on the phone with a distributor or a loyal customer, we attach our own emotion to what we hear from that word, to what they are saying, and to what they are thinking. And I want to tell you right now, they're all wrong. Now, what I want everyone to do if you're participating in this for me, just to be able to prove this to you, I want everyone to type in the participation area. I want you to type the emotion that you feel when you hear no. Everybody type your word, the one emotion that you feel when you hear no. Type it in the area in the chat. So go to participants, hit chat. Frustrated, annoyed, aggravated, disappointed, annoyed. Frustrated, aggravated, disappointed, annoyed. Give me some more. Next. Mad. Right, pissed. Angry. Somebody got their face. Yes, I'm mad, angry. So imagine this, rejected. So I'm angry. Okay. So did you all see in that exercise just how I showed you? Now, maybe some of these emotions that are here, you don't necessarily attach to that. When I hear no, I don't get mad. Would y'all like to know what I hear no, what I get? Would you like to know? Right. I get curious. I'm curious. Doesn't make my answers right. But just imagine if we're both on the phone and I'm curious and you're pissed. Do you see that? And you're thinking one thing and I'm thinking another thing. This is why it's extremely imperative when you go into a sales environment to remember the things. If you're pissed, if you're hurt, if you're whatever, you sometimes have to come outside of yourself, turn around, look up into the other area, remember other things in which you did, and draw back over those in areas in which you were successful. So maybe you deep breathe. Maybe you take a walk. Maybe you have to take your man back to the last vacation in which he went to come back. But whatever those old situations are, when you hear no and you've done them before and you've gotten over that hurdle, I'm going to teach you right now how to interject those into your brain when you hear it. Because guess what? You have to get into a land of this. We're all going to hear no. We're all going to hear multiple no's. In the business you're in right now, you are going to hear no 75% of the time. 75. Statistics show you only close 25%. Matter of fact, you only get a good thought process of 25% of what you talk to, and then 10% actually buy. So this right here is a huge muscle that you have to get used to. You have to understand, I'm going to hear a no, but how in the world do I feel with it? So how do I not attach rejection? How do I not get pissed? How do I not get this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to learn about when we're hearing no. So I'm going to tell you this. I typed this one out for you. Here is what your emotional brain translates no to. When people have that piss and upset, you start thinking, I'm not selling good. I'm not good at selling. This is why I want to sell in the first place. This is why I want to do this. This business is not for me. I'm going to tell you another one that I hear. This is only for the young people. No, it's not. And multiple people that are older on this Zoom. No, not at all. This prospect doesn't like me. Who told you that? They don't even know you. They can't even see you. So you're thinking they don't like me. My inexperience must be obvious. They know I've only been in It Works for 2 weeks. I swear, they can hear it. Here's the last one. They think I'm wasting their time. Now, those are all emotions, all thoughts. And remember what I just showed you in here. We all think differently. We all have a different emotion that's attached to it. So what you cannot do is perceive over the phone that the way you see this situation is the way they see the situation. Okay? Because what you're doing right now is you're leaving yourself vulnerable and you're in your own personal space. This isn't your friend on the phone. This isn't your cousin. There's somebody who 9 times out of 10 you don't know, they don't know you. And guess what? You all do not think the same. So I want you to understand that you don't. Now what I want to do is attach you to what statistics say. Are you ready? This is what statistics in business say. The reason why people say no. You ready for this? The prospect is nervous about change. The person on the phone is nervous about change. They're not confident enough to stake their reputation on an unproven situation. They just don't know. They don't not heard about you. They're not sure. They remember the last time they tried something like this and it didn't work out. So they're like, hey, I got to protect myself. I got to say no. These are statistics. And then number 3, they're not sure they're technical or sophisticated enough to use your product. So guess what? This is statistically what it says in business. This is the reason why people say no. I tell people all the time, when people are trying to lose weight, I've lost 130 pounds, okay? So in losing that 130 pounds, let me tell you something. When people used to tell me about take this pill, do this, whatever, I in my own head was so scared I wasn't gonna do it. I knew my own behaviors and patterns. I don't care if the product was $5. I knew I wasn't gonna use it. I knew I wasn't gonna get them to go to the gym. So if you came to me with the best product that all I had to do was take it for 30 days and it was gonna probably take off 50 pounds, I didn't believe in my own self enough. I didn't believe in my own self enough to want to buy anything. So when people make people say it's the excuse, it's not the right time, or it's too expensive. Guess what? I need you to step out of yourself. They are attaching their own emotion to it to say, that's too expensive for me to spend on this product when I know I'm not going to do it. You get it? That's what statistics are showing. Statistics are saying, guess what? It ain't got nothing to do with you. But you're sitting over here creating a complex from something that, guess what? It ain't even about you. It's not even about you. So I'll tell you the reason why my feeling got to curious. It didn't happen in the beginning. When I would hear no, I used to be pissed, angry, upset, rejected. What you mean you telling me no? What did I say right? Let me go back to the drawing board. Let me get this. I'm a Libra. We need to be balanced at all times. So I'm like, what do you mean? And it wasn't until I started understanding the psychology of the no that I understood the best way for me to go. Number one is to check my state, make sure my mind frame is together, and then get curious. Why is she saying no? What is she saying no for? Is it the wrong time? Is it supposed to be next week? Is it next month? Well, I realized when I would tell people that, they would then go, oh, girl, you a beast. You're a beast at it. You just keep on going. You're relentless. You keep going. And I was like, yeah. But at this point, I could clearly see it was because I knew that no had nothing to do with me. I know I'm bomb. I know my product. I know I'm calling at the time you told me to call you back. I know I'm not bothering you. So why is it no? Why? Why is it no? So that curious, if you can learn to interject that there and then try to figure out the reason. So remember, I always tell you all, you have to get out of your ego. I'm going to say that in all of my trainings. You all hear me say that. You have to get out of your ego. When you are on the phone with people, it is not about you. It is about them. It has nothing to do with you. So if you place everything, if outside of it works, you place everything in your mind, that everything that happens only has to do with you, you are missing out. You're creating such a level of shortcoming for yourself. You're going to have a hard time jumping over that hurdle because everything in life does not have to do with you. I want you to understand that it doesn't. When we do different things and we go and we do servitude, and I love this portion of the business, and we have to go serve other people, and we have to go, have you ever felt and worked with the homeless? You ever seen their amount of gratitude in which you are doing something for them that they know you don't have to be able to do? Have you ever walked past somebody who really needed and put some money in the cup? Then when you put that money in the cup, did you go, oh yeah, I did something great today? Is that what you did? Or did you say, oh my God, they're going to be able to use that $5? See, that's mind frame. That's two different ways in which we're going to be able to see that. So in helping you to deal with rejection, I need to be able to help you change your mind. I was telling somebody yesterday, we were talking about the business, and she was like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I was like, oh, so let me tell you, this is something I interject all the time. It's called mind your business. Now, if I say mind your business, if your child tell you mind your business right now, how would you feel? You'll be real pissed, right? But remember when I told you association of words has everything to do with how you interpret it. Everything. Mind your business broken apart is mind your business. There are 3 words. Mind your business. They're just 3 words. But guess what? They mean something different to everybody. And it's literally our own perception when we hear mind your business. But guess what mind your business means to me? Mind my business means to me is keep my business on my mind all day. Trayce, did you mind your business today? Did you get up? You check that e-suite? Did you talk to people? Did you respond? Did you text? So when I hear mind your business, I hear, did you mind your business today? Is it on your mind? Do you see that? You see the two different perceptions here. So I'm going to tell you, the last time you heard no, there were some series of steps you took, you got over it. So being that you got over it, you can get over it again. You totally can get over it again. But guess what? The same way you handle that outside situation is the way that you got to bring it into this one. Then number two, you have to realize there are two parties on this phone. There are two parties that are here. And the way you perceive that no is not the way the other person on the phone may have meant it. So what I want you to do is I want you to start getting curious. I want you to get a little curious. When I just told you about talking to people, if you've helped with homeless or whatever, I want you to even too learn to interject in that moment, having a heart. So guess what? When someone says, hey, no, do you want this? I want to send you out my thermophiles. And they go, no. I want you to say, you know what? I understand. I know you don't know me. Because guess what? You're out of the situation. This has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with who's on the phone. I know you don't know me. I know I just called you. I know you don't understand this. Let me ask you this. What is it that I need to explain to you a little bit better so therefore you can make an educated decision? In the event that it's still no, that's okay. But what is it that I need to give to you? Try that. Every time you hear no, you're going to hear somebody then say, hey, I don't have the money right now. You're not going to hear what's in your head of, you know what do I need to do? What is my script? What do I have to say? What am I doing wrong? Then the person may say, you know what? I tried that in the past and it didn't work. Okay, well, let's talk about what you did. Maybe I can help you a little bit better. What is it? Because guess what? You're out of it. Because keep in mind, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Right? Okay, you know what? Well, I want to do it, but I'm just not sure. Because keep in mind, emotions, your emotion was there. You got to realize their emotion is here too. So, I'm just not sure. Okay, so let's talk about it. What would make you a little bit more sure? What do I need to do? You want me to send you a picture of the product? Do you want me to send you the product leaflet? Do you want me to send you a before and after? Because see, this is curious. Have you ever been with a child? All of us have children, or you have nieces, nephews. Have you ever told a child no and they go, why? Why? Are we going to do it tomorrow? Are we going to do it here? Are we going to do it here? When? You want to know why? Because kids are not attached to your no. It ain't got nothing to do with them. They there to get what they came for. They just want to know how they can get it. Curiosity. And guess what? If you really think about it, when it gets down to the bottom line, we usually give it to them after they did all of this stuff before, and they done resolved, and now they done got the candy, and they done ran down the hallway. Because you're just like, here, okay, all right. Right? I should think about those moments. Because guess what? The child didn't think that no had anything to do with them. The mama, that's you having a bad day. That's you. I need this candy. I need to go outside. I gotta go ride that bike. Like my son, I need to go drive you to Wendy's. They are not taking that no personal. Because their association with it is like, that's your reaction, not mine. So what I did was I came up with 6 different things. 6 different things that I want you to start putting in your mind. You're going to check your state. You sure are. You're going to check your environment. You're going to realize you're an overcomer because you've heard the word no before and you've dealt with it and you've moved on. Because guess what? You is a soldier. You've done it before. You can do it again. So before you get on any call, these 6 things I want you to put in your mind, because I'm telling you, the psychology of the owner, I've said this numerous amounts of times, the psychology of the owner is amazing. It's huge. If you don't believe this business can work for you, it won't. If you believe it works for other people instead of you, then guess what? It works for other people instead of you. If you believe everybody who you get on the phone with is going to tell you no, then everybody you get on the phone with is going to tell you no. Your belief is amazing. Let me tell you another belief. If you believe you could be an ambassador, you will. If you believe you're going to get that bonus this month, you will. If you believe you're going to be an amazing leader, you will. If you believe that, guess what? When I get on the phone and I talk to every customer, I'm going to be curious and I'm going to figure out what it is that I can do to serve them better, you will. There's no magic to this, because there's one thing up here that nobody can control, and that's here, and that's you. Remember, 5 fingers, anytime 5 fingers you point at somebody else, that thumb is always coming back to you. And that's the area that I keep finding. It doesn't matter what seminar I deliver. People remove themselves. Everything else out here is happening. I have no control over it. I'm just literally here in this world, and darts are being thrown out at me, and I can't do anything. And that's not true. It's literally because you took the power away, which is yourself. Yourself controls it. So if you know, I shared with y'all this morning, hey, you don't want to talk to nobody because your attitude is a little funky, then just don't talk to nobody at that moment. But don't put in your head, I shouldn't be talking to anybody because everybody's going to say no. Because your belief system is around you. I did a post the other day. If you follow me, I did a post the other day that said, stop. What are you thinking right now? Did you see that? What are you thinking right now? Even if you close your eyes, what are you thinking? Is this a great day? Is this amazing? Is everything around you? Open your eyes and then look around you. Your eyes, look around you. Everything you thought is around you. If you thought everything was in despair, it's around you. If you thought everything was depressing is around you. If you thought you were having life is just horrible, guess what? It's around you. And it's literally because you're calling it to you, because that's your belief system. Life is not happening to you. Literally, you're calling it around you. So you have to be able to check this thing up here. You have to be careful of it. The way into your system is through your eyes, your ears, and your mouth. So when you see things, if you're not seeing the things that go with where you want to go, you need to not see them. Example, if your social media is horrible and it is not what you desire it to be, guess what? 5 fingers point back to you. You can't tell me Facebook is bad. Because why are you still following these people? That's your choice. That's your control. You are following people you should not be following. So guess what? Your Facebook is jacked up because you follow jacked up people. It's you. I don't see that in the morning. Facebook is amazing to me. I have the most positive, influential women that I follow. I even told you I deleted all men because I got tired of getting hit on. I'm not going to wake up every morning and say I don't want to be hit on. I'm just going to delete the people that keep hitting on me so it'll start going down. Because guess what? 5 fingers point. That thumb that's coming back at me, I have to take responsibility for this. What is the part that I play? How am I playing a part? All the time. Your ears. You listen to things. I hear people tell me all the time, I don't want to hear that. I don't like that. I don't like this trainer. I'll tell y'all this. I don't like this leader. Every time I hear this person, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. 5 fingers point back at you. Why are you on the Zoom? Why are you on the Facebook page? Why? Why are you interjecting that into yourself? Guess what? You're changing your shape. You're changing how you feel. You're changing your agitation. And now when you get on the phone with a distributor or a lawyer, now you're angry. You're pissed. But guess what? 5 fingers point back to you. You listened to something today you had no business listening to. You weren't protecting that vessel. Your mouth is another. We're in the health and wellness business, y'all. You're supposed to be able to go live. We're beautiful, right? We're all beautiful. But if you out here eating cheeseburgers and gyros and da-da-da-da and all this, and then you believe in your head the business don't work, but your mouth is steady ingesting the wrong stuff, guess what? 5 fingers back to you. Stop it. Also, too, if you're in this business, hey, you're on here and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is changing my life. This business is great. But as soon as you get off the Zoom, you're like, man, I don't know. I know they're talking about these bonuses, but I ain't seen it yet. I ain't gonna do this because of this. Hey, I'm not gonna be a great business owner because I ain't seen the magics of this yet. 5 fingers back at you. You the reason why ain't nothing magic gonna happen in your house, in your life. It's literally because what you're saying. It's the things that you're projecting. So those eyes, ears, and mouth, things are not happening. We control them. You hear that? We control that. So now, here are these 6 things that you have control over that you're able to do before you get on any loyal call, before you get on any distributor call. These are the things where you 5 finger, you point back, and guess what? You mind your business and you check yourself. Number 1, you have to know your purpose. Why did you come here today? What was you trying to do? You wanted to get a loyal customer? Why? Why do you want a loyal customer today? I want a loyal customer because I know I have to fill my 400 box. I want a loyal customer today because I need to be able to finish my steps to success. I want a loyal customer today because I don't want to pay. Here's another one. This is multiple people on this call with this. I need a loyal customer today because I don't want to pay for my own auto ship. I want my customers to pay for mine. There are multiple people, everybody shaking their head that are on here whether I've had this conversation with. If you don't want to run an auto ship, it is your responsibility to go get loyal customers. Go get loyal customers. Go get loyal customers. So guess what? When you get on that phone, you can't hear no. Know your purpose. I don't want to go back to work. Guess what? If you don't put things in your e-suite, you going back to work. You want to get a promotion? You need distributors, right? You need distributors. If you start letting people tell you that they're not going to sign this business and you do not start getting curious and asking questions, you will not fill your boxes. You will not get boxed in. And guess what? If you do not get boxed in, you will not be in a position where you're in upper leadership, you're getting residual income, and then you can walk away from that job. So you have to know why you came. Why am I here? You need to get that rejection, that piss, that anger. You need to open up the garbage can. You need to mentally throw it in there. It can't live here anymore. Mary Song, love don't live here anymore. Hey man, rejection don't live here anymore. Piss don't live here anymore. Anger can't live here anymore. Because guess what? I got something to do. So what I need to do is be a little bit more curious and start figuring this thing on out, because guess what? I don't have a net. I don't want to go back. There is no plan B. There's only plan A. Somebody asked me this question in an interview. Tracy, what happens if you don't get your plan A? And the interviewer was waiting for me to say, you go on to your plan B. I said, if my plan A don't work, I go back to plan A and I keep doing plan A and I change what I'm doing till I get plan A. Because guess what? I don't like plan B. I don't want plan B. I want plan A. I do not want to go back to that salon. I will make over $80,000 a month. There is no plan B. Plan B is not the design that I set for my life. So guess what? No safety net. This chick here, she's doing plan A. Do you believe that? Do you wake up every day with that? Hey, are you getting up doing what you got to do for somebody else or for yourself? Because guess what? Don't nobody around here control nothing that's going on but me. Not a kid, not a husband, not a nothing. I'm getting up every day for Tracy. Every day. Because guess what? I got to live in this body. I got to go to sleep with this body. It's me in this world. I love everybody, but guess what? I cannot take care of everybody if I don't take care of me first. So know your purpose. Number 2, give positive meaning to everything. Positive. When I hear a no, start saying this. When I hear a no, what can I learn from it? How can I get better from it the last time? If I got more curious and they said this, maybe I need to write that down because I never heard that before. Maybe I need to now, here. People love me as an upline, right? Put a positive space in here. If I hear this no, then I'm going to send it to Trayce and we get to have more personal time together because she's going to help me get through this no. Attach something positive to a positive meaning to everything you do. Be careful about something being negative. Be careful of buts. Be careful. Danger. Can you do a party on Friday? I could, but no, let's stay with the could. How could we? Keep something positive to everything you do. You have to get all of that negativity up out of there because guess what? It's waiting for you at the door. Y'all, I want y'all to start thinking about this. You know how we say when you get up in the morning, they say, I want to make the devil mad. I want to stump on the floor. I want to make him upset. Guess what? He is literally sitting right here at your nose. Before you even wake up, say good morning. That's what he's ready to do, especially if you're doing something amazing. You're on these trainers, you're changing your business. Hey, if you're promoting this month, congratulations. The devil he's around. Congratulations. He is trying to stop you at all things. You're not. Hey, you are not. Right now, I already knew when I came into this, I was not getting over this triple easy. I already knew it. It's going to look real funky. And guess what? It is. It's looking funky now. But guess what? I'm sitting around here going, I know what I want. I'm not going back. I know my purpose. I'm not going back. I'm not doing whatever. I don't care what you got to say. If you talk crazy, you're going to get off my phone this month. I'm not going to hear you. I have to keep everything around me positive. I must protect my space. So if you're negative and you called me, I have a friend. I swear, she just want to unload on me. I talked to you December 1st. She was like, dang, that's a long time. Hey, man, if you're not bringing me a loyal customer, if you're not doing this, if you're not, I'm serious. She already know I'm in the business. If you're not doing this, if you're not telling me about how we about to go on out, we about to talk positive, we about to go see somebody. If you're not putting all of that in my spirit, and that's what we're about to do, I will talk to you December 1st because you are not about to mess up my bubble. Everything around me must stay positive this month because I already know, again, before I woke on up, Devil sitting right here like, good morning, foot crossed, everything. He had a dang on keto coffee for me. He out here chilling. He love it hot. I'm serious. It's funny. It is. But I'm telling you, you got to start expecting this stuff. You have to understand when you're doing something great, everything around you can and will go wrong. So you got to make something positive out of it. 3, realize that everything you do has a consequence. This one's huge. Ooh, everything you do has a consequence. It has a good consequence and it has a bad consequence. Hey, I want to promote this month, but I want to go have margaritas. Well, number one, you about to mess up your results for January because I'm going to be out here with a presidential flag on trying to go presidential, and I will not hear anybody at that moment. So now you about to mess that up. Then if you have your margaritas and you don't start calling, then maybe you mess up your bonus. Could you imagine messing up your bonus by $5? I've talked to people and that's happened. Like literally didn't get over the finish line. Everything you do has a consequence. Guess what? If you don't stack the deck in your favor, you're stacking the deck against yourself. I'll say it again. If you don't stack the deck in your favor, you stack the deck against yourself. If you don't give yourself every opportunity to get your goals, then guess what? The consequence is you gave yourself every opportunity not to get your goal. 5-finger point back at you. If you don't work your business every day, who do you expect to do it? Me? No, ma'am. I call you and tell you that you have a 3-way call and you don't show up for it. How you expect to get this going? How? Everybody keeps asking questions about samples and how you get that done. And oh, you got 11 loyals, but you still ain't set up the sample store. You stacking against yourself. It's not that this business isn't great. You are not stacking the deck in your favor. Stack the deck in your favor. Get up every day, be an intention. Take a training. Hey, if your upline isn't available, I tell everybody this YouTube University is open every day, 24 hours a day. Woo! Free tuition. Y'all ain't got to pay. Shh. Did you hear me? It's free. We in the land of free. You got a 24-hour university. Free. Stack the deck in your favor. Free 9 to 9. Free. Stack it in your favor. Your favor, your number 3 income earner, your number 1 income earner, have a free education system. You better stack that deck in your favor. Hey, somebody's doing what you want to do. Ask them to shadow them. I got a couple of y'all don't know. I'm asking to come see what you do. You don't even know I'm coming to just be around. Just to learn. I'll bring my tablet, do whatever, just to see how it is that you function. Because literally, I want it. Number 1, I know my purpose. I'm not leaving until I get it. Are you that relentless? Number 4, know that everyone is unique, different, and amazing. See, let me tell you this. If it's you against your customer, against the DT that you're signing, they crazy, get out of here, get out of my face, they this, you missed the opportunity to go on in because you were not curious enough. You missed the opportunity to see where you could add value to them. So maybe they extra quirky. Guess what? Have y'all ever seen, and I don't mean anything about what I'm saying, okay? Have you ever seen 2 non-attractive people together? They the most happiest 2 people you've ever seen in the world. They don't know. They don't care. They love each other. Birds of a feather flock together, and that relationship is probably better than yours and mine. You want to know why? Because you are not here to attract all things. Just so you know that. You're not. But guess what? Maybe you're missing the quirky girl on your team. Maybe when you hit a quirky girl on your team, you don't know what to, when that loyal come on around there and you just like, oh my gosh. Your brain should go back to the one girl who, dang, it was a DT. It was a DT that probably this was a great loyal customer for. I have it in my salon all the time. There's a client that's in there that is not a Trayce client. She want to be a Trayce client, but I cannot do it today. But there is somebody in my business that will take it on up, that will run on over and go do it. So I want you to understand when you're talking to people, they may be different from you, but they're amazing in their own right. They're beautiful in their own right. I want you to be trained and curious enough to go in, explore it a little bit, see what you can do with it. Hey, maybe you don't put them on your chart, right? Maybe you don't, but maybe there's somebody you could build up to be an amazing 400 box. Maybe that's all they were looking for. Maybe you got to realize when people come to this business, we all are coming for different reasons. Not everybody is coming in here to be an ambassador. Some people just want to make $200-300 extra a month. And if you don't see the beauty in it, you're going to miss over on it. But guess what? At the end of the month, when you needed that $400 box to be filled, don't you wish you had put that girl in that end? That one that only wanted $100 a month? You have to see the beauty in everything in this business. You have to train yourself to see beauty. Train yourself to be positive. Train yourself to see positive. Know your purpose. Number 5, be driven for your desire for adventure. Now this, I had to learn and also be trained at. This was not, when I told you that curious thing, hey, I'm human too. Listen, follow me. People tick me off. They get on my nerves. I want to hang up the phone. I want to whatever. That have been there. I am not sitting here today telling you, hey, I'm not human. But what I had to realize is that it was messing up my ability to mind my business. It was messing me up. It was screwing me up. I wasn't going to be able to make the money if I had to be best friends with everybody. Who I need to be best friends with is Trayce, the bank, making sure I'm putting things in there. So I had to learn to get out of my ego and learn to see the beauty in people. And then also to be driven for the desire of the adventure, which is being on that phone and hearing no and being curious and figuring out the reasons why. And hey, guess what? Let's just go on a journey today. So that's the reason why for me, I wake up early in the morning, I get my coffee, and today I am surprised. I am this pumped with my coffee still all the way on up to here, but that is one of the things in which I do. I was doing some extra things this morning. I got to get myself ready to deal with an adventure, because guess what? There's going to be a distributor that's going to call you with something you ain't ready for. There's going to be a customer that's going to call you with something you ain't ready for. Somebody stopped their auto ship today. Somebody did. Somebody stopped it. Some loyal customer did. Hey, you gonna go in your box? You gotta be ready, okay? Because guess what? Somebody, you didn't change. We done had this before. Hey, new people, listen to this. We don't like it. You done went on in here and helped them set up their auto ship that's going to keep them commission qualified. They have went on in and changed it. You're going to have that day today. I promise you, it's waiting on you. So you have to be driven for the desire of the adventure of the day. Keep yourself positive. Be ready for it. Have an answer for it. All right, I'm here. It's going to happen. What products do you use? Desiree, my upline, gave me an amazing tip. She told all of us this morning. So I'm going to tell y'all this. This is a high promoting month. This is the month you need all of your products. You're going to need your confianza. You're going to need your greens. You need to keep your system together. You're going to need to drink water. You're going to need to make sure you have this coffee. You cannot afford to go down. She told us that. If everybody is shaking their head who's on our team at the very beginning. And I was like, you know what? You're right, because I'm experiencing it all. So you're right. I got to drink this water. I have not been through the drive-through one time this month because I'm anticipating it. So I am driven with the desire of this adventure because I know my purpose. I'm staying positive. I know everybody is unique and different, even if we're not like myself. I know you're a beautiful woman. So guess what? It's my job to go see the beauty in you today. It's my job. And then number 6, you have to be flexible enough to expect the unexpected. We have these amazing appointment books right now that we put everything in, right? Some things in your appointment book are not, there's going to be a day. How y'all feel when y'all day go exactly like the appointment book? I know for me, I'm feeling it at that moment. I'm really excited. But guess what? There are days things just don't go right. Everybody is not making the times okay. The training has ran over. Hey, y'all have situations where the baby is crying. I have situations where the school is calling in the middle of the day. Somebody, hey, mom, I know it's last minute, but I really have practice tonight, a game, and it's in 45 minutes. What? It's in 45 minutes? While I'm sitting here with another training, another Zoom, another whatever, all of that is happening. So you have to expect the unexpected. You have to understand there is nothing that is perfect. But what you can have is a plan. You can have a plan. You can be flexible to, hey, this ain't going the way that I want to do, and then I need to adjust. Remember, my saying to you is never change your outcome. You only change the activities. So that takes me all the way back to number 1 is know your purpose. Why are you here? That's why that why is so important. Even one of my team members, we were talking and she goes, oh my God, I realized my why has changed. Guess what? It is going to change. It's not going to stay the same. As you elevate, you ever heard the saying, new levels, new devils? Hey, when you go on a different level, there are new things that you are going to do. You have to, and here's a great one. Do you know that you grow into the person? You literally have to grow into the person for that next level. Did you know that? Everything that you've done and gotten you to that level. You ever played a video game? Let me prove it to you. You ever played a video game and then you get to that one level you cannot pass? Have you ever done that? That one level, like, oh my God, I cannot get. And then what you got to do? You got to get smarter. You start playing it again. Okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look in here. Like, literally, you got to change to get to that next level. That's life in general. Right now, I am running on a triple run. I see somebody, I know two people on here, Annie and Desiree, who are running on presidential. So I'm going to say to y'all this, because I know their run right now is different than mine. Annie and Desiree, guess what? Y'all have to change. Have you noticed that? The things that you used to do, they're not going to work anymore. You don't let them go. I'm calling y'all in the room just because I felt like at this moment I needed to say it, right? They know I'm good at that. So guess what? Everything that you've been doing, you keep that with you. And guess what? You got to realize it's going to be a little different. Everything that I'm teaching right now, I'll share with you this, now has to go get taught to the level right underneath you. So all your triples got to know this. Desiree blessed. She got her triple that's teaching this, right? Your triples got to know this because they got to help ward off everything that's going to start coming your way. The different things that are going to start coming your way. They're coming. They're coming. But guess what? You can make it. Because you just realized right now, you've been in the situation before that you had to, guess what? You grew up to this point. Remember that? Remember this was hard. This is whatever. You like, oh, triple, I got that. What I'm trying to do is hit this presidential flag beast. Look a little different. I wanted to call out the top in the room. And let me tell you why. And I'm not going down to the bottom. You want to know why? I'm not in the top. There are people in here that are over me, right? Because top gets overlooked all the time. Once you start to elevate, people forget about you. They are always now doing the hands out. I need this. I need this. I need this. What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? So I want to tell you, as you continuously grow, this number 6, expect the unexpected is happening. It's going to happen. What you have to do in that season is you have to change that circle. You got to do a little shift, I swear. And then you got to start looking in a different direction for your own safety, your own mental safety. So right now, guess what? My top leaders in the room, your circle must be surrounded around ambassadors. Your circle, your protection of circle. You need some ambassador friends. Hey, we could talk to you. Everybody else can talk to you and work with you, but you got to go up. You got to go up because guess what? That funnel, it get real skinny. It is almost like you trying to inch everything on up there to get it. So it's going to look a little different. I'll tell you right now, my triple, it looks a little different. So now when I go back to address everyone else in the room, I just showed you what is to be expected. So guess what? I just showed you, you'll never get to the place where you could be complacent. You'll never get to the place in which you're not going to change. You're never going to get to the place where you get so great that you do not hear no. What you got to do is adjust. You got to fix that thing. You have to learn to do what? Mind your business. Woo! Great training. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to keep and record. I'm going to leave on out for about, I know this is a huge topic because again, I get this all the time. Like, what do you say when you hear this? What do you say when you hear this? And I'm trying to tell people all the time, it is not the script. Because I can give you the best script, but if you don't believe the script, if your mind isn't doing the script, if everything is not going well behind it, it won't work. Because it's literally the psychology of the owner. Each person that's on here, you don't work. We are on a team together. You work individually for yourself. So if your psychology is a little screwed, I don't care what I tell you. I can't get past your psychology. Right? So I am opening this up for questions. I'm going to take about 15 minutes of questions. Let me know your name. Don't nobody want to be brave today? Oh, I know why. It's me. I got to unmute the unmute button.
I was just about to say, Trayce, you didn't unmute us.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Tracey, I'll say, I guess like my question, and not even a question, but maybe advice is, I feel like going into situations with this kind of mind frame and, you know, being positive and having the optimistic outlook and like, okay, I got this, I'm owning this, but
no but.
And
all right. Do you even see how what you're about to say when you just added and? Didn't you see your brain flip? Your brain just did a backflip.
It did. I totally had to change what I was about to say.
You gotta watch the words you say.
I do. I do, and that's like that I know is one of my biggest hurdles. Mm-hmm. Watching my words and also the question I'm about to ask. So keeping that optimistic and still remaining optimistic through the
because you can't use the word. I'm telling you, it makes your brain. By the time, let me share with you all something, because I know this because it's being my background. You're going to answer your own question because you removed the word but. Because your brain is now trying to search for the right way to say it. And when you find the right way to say it, you're going to have your answer. That's why it's a struggle. Just so you know this. This is the reason why. Because usually when we put but in front of it, we have all doubt. We have all, it can't work. It can't whatever. But when I got to change my words, you're going to catch the answer. That's why it's very imperative to watch your words. I'm laughing because I knew that was going to happen, and you can't even say it. It's funny. It's so funny. Everybody want to do it. So now what do you want to know? What do I need to do when what?
When I'm feeling disappointed in my progress thus far.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the word association. Mm-hmm. So what's the synonym for disappointment? We're gonna look it up together.
Oh, okay. Oh, you meant like look it up. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking it up. What's the opposite?
Excited.
Excited. We'll use that word. What's the opposite of disappointed?
Excited.
Okay. So let's say, ask me that question again.
So what is the best way to be disappointed in your progress thus? How to keep from being disappointed in your progress thus far when you come into situations optimistic and they haven't gone the way you wanted? I think sometimes that's where I thought, like, I'll come in optimistic, and then when it doesn't go the way I hoped, that moment of not getting disappointed in that space and being able to continue to stay optimistic.
Okay.
Coming in optimistic, I got that. And when it goes good, I got that. But when it doesn't go the way I planned, keeping that same level of optimism for everyone else that is to come, that's where I think I fall a little short. I'm like picking my words. Okay.
I know you're trying not to say, but okay. So opposite of the word is excited, right? So what you have to do is you have to do the backflip. I need to be excited about my process. How can you be excited? Guess what? What have you done amazing? What have you done that's great? Let's go take a look at your E-Suite. Your E-Suite is not 0, right?
Right.
So how did you get those people? Don't answer. I want you to think about this at this moment. How did you get those people? Were you good at getting those?
Yes.
Are a lot of those residual?
Yes.
Okay, so as soon as you feel disappointed, you flip. You need to remember the excitement that is there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, somebody said on one of our trainings, when I wrote everything out and I did a brain dump, I realized it was only really 3 things that I hadn't done. But in my brain, I kept thinking it was worse than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? Remember what we did, and we did the statistics. Only 25% of the people in which we talk to, this is knowing the real thing. Only 25% of the people to you are actually going to give you a chance, and 10% of them are going to close.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But are you amazing? Do you know your product?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a great leader?
I feel like I'm getting better. I wouldn't say great yet. I feel like I'm good.
Okay. You're a good leader. Are you a bad leader?
No.
Okay. So then you're a good leader. See, when you're thinking something that's not right, you have to immediately, and this is a skill set that has to be practiced. Mm-hmm. This is not something you'll get right now. So right now, even in me coaching you right now, you're not going to get this immediately. Mm-hmm. You're not. You have to be mindful of it. This is minding your business. Mm-hmm. So you have to be very mindful at this moment of the words in which you're saying and what you're choosing to do. So you have to say, okay, that didn't go the way that I wanted to. But guess what? My E-Suite is not 0. And I remember when I talked to them, and this business does work. Mm-hmm. This person just wasn't ready. Was I curious enough? Did I ask her enough questions? Mm-hmm. Hey, did I say, can I follow up with you next week? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So what it really is you just want next week. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Get off the phone. Little wins are big wins. Okay, great. Oh, I thought she wasn't going to never. How many of you have a loyal customer and a distributor that you never thought was going to do it? How many of you all had that? You never thought they were going to do it.
For like 9 months, and I never.
You never thought it. So guess what? Take that little win that you went past that one moment, mm-hmm. and you're like, oh my God. In these exercises, I'm helping you to remove yourself, because keep in mind, what you just told me was, I'm disappointed in this process, right? Mm-hmm. You got to get your emotions out of there. Mm-hmm. Because they don't have anything to do. My no is nothing to do with you. So guess what? Right now, we all know I've been talking about, hey, I want this other house, right? I just desire it. I want it. It's so hard. I'm doing everything I can. But guess what? If a realtor came to me today and wanted to go out and let's go sign the mortgage papers, it's not today. That person's going to get a no because it's not today. It did not mean, no, I don't want the house. Right now is not the time. Mm-hmm. But if that person then gets really mad, and maybe I was the last no. Nobody wants to do this. Mm-hmm. Do you see how that person's wrong? Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure somebody's going to feel that way when I'm not taking anybody's calls right now. Yes, I'm out here fishing. How many of you done that? You're looking for a car, you're looking for something, you put your information in, not 50 people calling you, and all you were was in the thought process. Like, I'm just trying to figure out if this will actually work. Like, that's what I mean. I'm just trying to figure it out, and here you are already calling. But guess what? When I'm ready, I will say yes. Mm-hmm. So I want you all to remember that. That's why you got to get your feelings up out of here. Because guess what? It's not about you. It really isn't. The only portion you're supposed to be, it's not, girl, I'm sorry. You wasn't that important today. I'm sorry. Now, let me tell you where your emotions lie. Let me tell you where you should put your emotions. On the 5-finger, point back to yourself. Mm-hmm. Here is where you can get emotional. Ready? Do I show up to work every day? Mm-hmm. Do I produce what I'm supposed to? Do I know my product? Mm-hmm. Am I a product of the product? Mm-hmm. Am I striving towards being a better leader? That's where your emotions are, where you are responsible. That's it. That's it. Misplaced emotions will screw you. You not doing, that's why I tell all of my team, you not doing your job does not affect me. It affects you. My level of concern is for you. It's not for me, because I know I'm doing what I got to do. Do you get how you cannot own other people's problems. You cannot own other people's problems. So if you own that no, you are owning other people's problems. You can't own that. It's going to screw you up. Because remember, we're all different. So thank you for that one. Next question.
Hey, Tracy. Good morning. It's Pavi.
Hey, Bobby.
I just wanted to say thank you because while you were going through this, I had a young lady. I sent her a message. I had never talked to her before. And I just said, hey, good morning. How are you? She's like, what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, y'all want that one? Hey, can I deal with that one?
Yes, please.
Okay, you ready for this one? Because this one just happened to me the other day. You ready?
Yes.
Ooh, her name was Mary. If y'all was on another train, I told y'all about Mary.
Yes.
Mary was like, yeah, what you, ooh, good morning, Mary. Because guess what? I'm about to get out that thing. Whatever you got going on, hey, would you step in boo-boo? Let me ask you that. Would you step in boo-boo?
Man.
Would you?
No.
What would you do if you saw mess, feces in the ground? What would you do?
Walk around it.
Jump around it. Nope. Hey, Mary. Good morning. Everything okay? Hey. Good morning to you too.
Siri said, well, hey, Siri.
Siri was on it. That is hilarious. So, hey, Mary, guess what? When your brain is chosen, when you understand that ain't got nothing to do with you, you just go deal with Mary's emotion. You go deal with that person's emotion. Are you having is this a good time? Is everything okay? Jump out of it. Jump around the feces. Go around it. Do not sit and play in it. Do not keep talking. You're not going to win. I'll tell you though, you're not going to win that one until you can get her state to be back with your state. Remember yesterday I told you number 2 was stay calm. You better stay calm.
Oh, I did.
And wait for her to finish.
I diffused her real quick. She was like, what do you want? I was like, oh, hey, good morning. I was like, I just was speaking. I just wanted to say hi. I saw that we were friends. I wanted to get to know you. I don't want you on my page. I don't know, just a little bit more about you. She was like, oh, she just started telling me about herself. I was like, just tell me a little bit about you. She asked me what I did. I was like,
now guess what she did? Guess what you did that was right. So I want everybody to know what she did was right. What she did that was 100% right. She made it about the person. This is what I've been telling you all. It is not about you. It's about the person. Do not inject right here. What? You ain't gonna be talking to me like that. Who you talking? Hey, calm down. Chill. You have allowed that person's emotions. You have allowed. Did you hear this? People don't make you mad. You let people make you mad. You have allowed that person's reaction to jump onto you. That's your control. You're supposed to jump over the mess. You weren't supposed to go play in it. So that was a great job, Javi.
Thank you. I was listening to you. I was like, oh, it caught me right where I was like, oh, I got it right here.
Yeah, great job. You did an amazing job. Keep doing that. And down on your downline, teach your team the same thing.
Thank you.
Don't let them step in mess too.
Thank you. Hey, Britt.
You're welcome. Who's talking?
It's Brittany.
Hey, Pink Cup.
Hi. She's empty this morning.
I know.
Okay, so I just have a little update to share with y'all. So in the very recent past, like this is something that's so new for me. I have always wondered how to be better as a leader. Like I'm really good at working my own business, but it's a bit more of a challenge for me when I'm teaching someone how to do that's innate for me. And not allow them to drain me, but also not the balance between working my business and helping them to work theirs, basically what I mean. So yesterday, I felt like I had a mini test run with one of my downlines and sideline sisters and my upline Annie. And we were all talking about something that's very easy for me to do. And it's posting about something that's important to me. Posting is very easy for me because I like to write. And so they were like sharing the things that they wanted to say with me, and I felt really good about being able to help. But as we were on the Zoom, like kind of for open office hours, I was still productive with my own business. And that might not mean nothing to y'all, but for me, It's the world. And I felt like, okay, Brett, I feel like finally I feel like I'm able to handle and balance a bigger team.
Yes.
And still be able to stay focused, still be able to give what they need, give them what they need, and find that balance between, you know, all of the things that come with being who I am in this business. And it was a really, really great feeling. So this training has really helped me in my leadership skills, the way I'm framing my mind to just think as an entrepreneur who's also wearing all of these other hats. And I was just like super excited about it. I wanted to share a win with y'all.
Oh,
Amen.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Let me tell you, so I'm going to isolate where she went right. What she went right is she literally made it about the person. You know how, see, when people say, I don't understand why you can't do this because I do this, you're already failing. You're failing the test because you went through a series of things that got you to where you are. Another person hasn't gone through those series of things. So you got to go put all of your successes to the side, right? You have to go put all of your successes to the side, and you have to go help the person of where they are. You got to go say, hey, here are all my skill sets. Let me put them to the side. They over here in the box. Now, let's talk about you. I'm over here protected, right? Because everything you got going on has nothing to do with me. Ladies, remember this. Her successes, let me let you know where people go wrong. People on my team are being successful, right? My job is to give them the tools to be successful. It is not me that is making them successful. I'm not making my team successful. I'm giving them the tools, so therefore they can activate within themselves what to do. Too many times people take ownership of other stuff that they have no reason to take ownership over. So you're not responsible for their problems and also their successes. Your job is to do your job. So if you take yourself and put yourself on over here and curb yourself, deal with that thing over there, give them everything they need, and come back like your regularly scheduled program, like all you had to do was put a pause on it, you will be okay. Because it is their job to sit in their success or sit in their misery. You can't own either one. It is not just, oh, I'm only going to talk to them when they're successful. No, because maybe their level of success ain't your level of success. Maybe the way that they cheer or whatever don't gel with you. That's why you have to be very careful about being in your bubble. You have to be very protective of understanding what is you and what is someone else. Here is my line. I scratch it right on out in the sand. Remember that? Don't come across this line. Who the baddest? Remember that? I love memory tripping, y'all.
That scratch line is clutch. Y'all got to know where that scratch line at.
Hey, that's how drawing the scratch line. Y'all remember that? Draw that line. Stop letting yourself go over it. So when you're on the phone with somebody, you have the goods. You work for an amazing company. You know everything. Stop going out here getting beat up. I'm trying to teach y'all how to box better. You don't have to get beat up. You do not have to get beat up. If you are getting beat up, you're not protecting your bubble. So that's the part that you can do something about. I got to better protect my bubble. And guess what? You have to be genuine when you come out of your bubble to go help somebody else. Are you really being genuine? Do you really care? Do you really want it? Hey, we all tell everybody this opportunity is great and it could change your life. Do you really believe that? If you don't believe that, you need to get around some things that make you believe that. You need to be able to believe that so you can project that so I can help you with that. You can't come down to somebody's level to assist them if you don't have the tools to assist. It's difficult. If you can't get a loyal customer to want to buy Thermophyte and our weight loss products and things like that, and you haven't tried them, guess what? You can't help them. You won't know when they come. Hey, there's a little bit extra bite or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it in the Thermophyte, right? I remember I would take that. I'm like, what is that extra taste? Oh, I had to go keep looking at it. It's cayenne pepper. Like, I don't like peppers. So now when I hear customers who call me back and they say, hey, Trey, it's a little, do it feel like tickly when it go down? Like, what's going on? Oh, that's the cayenne pepper. Do you like cayenne pepper? Drink extra water. You see what I'm saying? So I can problem solve because I have an answer to the problem because I have an association with it. So I can help you. I can truly tell people I help my customers because I really can help my customer. Then when I get ready to ask them, why are you so whatever? And there are people I come across it, but I remember how this happened last time. Ooh, I know how it feels to have somebody tell you something and it's not the way that it is, and you get frustrated and you get mad. I know how that feels. You're mad, aren't you? Hey, be on her level. You mad? Yeah, I'm mad. I would be mad too. Hey, guess what I want to do? I do not want to make you mad. So guess what? If you need to ask me 4 or 5 different questions so we can do this together, let's do it. If I have to send you a video, I'll send you a video. Hey, if I just need to break down to just send you a sample to get you to trust me, if I just need to get you to trust me and I got to send you a sample, ma'am, can I do that? Yes. Okay. So are we in agreement that we are not going to make each other mad here? Yeah. Okay. So let me tell you about these products. Do you see? Like literally there's a way to diffuse, but literally it starts with me. Because if I go step in it with her, we're going to have a problem. Because guess what? I'm spicy too. So that's why I got to leave my spice on my spice rack. It got to stay on the other side. I'm trying to tell y'all too, keep y'all spices in the cabinet too. Keep your cell phone off to the side when you're dealing with people. No more BS. I have time for one more question.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alexis.
Hey, honey.
I don't have a question for you. I have a question for everybody. Can somebody please drop those pointers that she did because I was late on? Please.
Please do what?
You know, you drop pointers. You like, first thing is this, fifth thing is that. I need that.
I will be dropping the link to the training and money team.
Thank you, Jesus.
You
the best, baby.
Yeah. I will be dropping the link to the training and money team. If you're on my team, you will also be getting this full training again. I behoove you to go back through them because there's multiple ways in which we learn. So for me, myself, when I take any type of seminar, I usually sit, I write some things down, but I usually try to get really engulfed. Because keep in mind, you always have to remember this when you have people on your time, on your team, you have multiple styles of learning. Me having 3 kids, my kids are more on the creative side. All 3 of my kids learn different than the school system. So all of this time frame, I've had to be their best and biggest advocate. I'm always at the school, always talking, because they do not learn the traditional way. They need visual. Most teachers stand and talk and then make you take notes. That's not how any of my children learn. They all need a visual prompt. Guess where they got that from? They mama and they daddy. Both of us are visual learners. So usually I'll come on in, I'll listen, I'll write, then I'll stop. There's even time frames that I go back on over and I listen. The information I develop, I sit down and I write. But sometimes I re-listen to my own training just to put it in my own spirit again. Like, remind yourself of that. Because there is a time where I get on up and I don't feel like getting on the phone. Or I got sick and tired of hearing 5 no's today. I had a day in my business where everybody did not answer the phone. So I'm giving y'all my human moment, right? Everybody didn't answer the phone. And I was like, what? And then one lady, she kept sending me the voicemail. And then I was getting agitated and I had to remember I'm in my ego. Because guess what I'm thinking? I was like, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, how dare you not answer my call? Right? And I was like, ooh, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of that space. Because guess what? She don't even know you. How could she be like, hey, I'm even thinking, I just sent you my picture. I just sent you my website. I was in my whole ego by this moment. So I had to take a step back. I went to go work out. I sat in the sauna. I listened to some praise and worship music. Then I turned around and then I started calling for the rest of the day. But I had to realize the issue was here because you can only control here. That was me. That was not her. She didn't even know me from a can of paint. So I was all in my ego at that moment and I had to roll back. The ability to be able to self-change in the moment is practice. Just so you know, it's practice. It's over and over again. If I were you, when I was learning things like this, I would actually put them up to reread them. or I would store them in my phone. I would take some notes, I would screen caption them, and there would be things that I had to remember. Know my purpose, give positive meaning, realize everything has a consequence, know everyone is unique and different, be driven for the desire, expect the unexpected. Maybe I had to see that over and over and over again, because I'm telling you, I remember I told somebody on my team, I was telling her, hey, how much do you personally develop? And she was like, well, I'm already personally developed. And I was like, man, let me tell you something. Personal development is every single day. And the higher you go, the more you need it. Just so you know, the more you need personal development, because more things are being thrown at you. See, when you're down in the bottom and you're dealing with a distributor, it's just two people. Right? You get on up here to this presidential chart that have 150, and then there's somewhere where it's 200 and some people. Hey man, all type of stuff, all type of personality, all type of unique and different, amazing personalities jump up at you. So you got to be guarded. You have to expect the unexpected. You have to be trained. You have to be professional. You have to do your personal development. That's the reason why the reason why I decided to put these things on out, and the reason why these last few have been recorded in questions, is because I wanted to have a variety on the YouTube channel, right? I wanted to have a variety in them. And I also knew it was very imperative. It was very imperative to cover people. Guess what? I went away. It was very imperative because, just as I'm telling you, I don't know if you could see me, I went away. Okay. I knew it was imperative. Y'all see how I just stay calm through that? That took time. Like, where they go? Monday through Friday, and personal development is important to do every single day. Just as it's important to read your Bible, to understand from your creator why you're here, what is assignment of. That's important. And then after you finish that, it's important now to get the different skill sets in which you're going to need. And then sometimes when you do your personal development, you're able to tie that back to a scripture. But they're both equally important. You always are working on yourself. You always should be working on yourself, right? So I remember there was a place in time where I used to do 10 minutes of personal development. I would do 10 minutes a day because it's all I could take. Then it would be 30 minutes. Then it got to an hour. Now it's so imperative for the things in which I'm having. So y'all, I am an amazing woman, right? We all know this, right? Amazing. She's traded. She outpours. The amount of things that come at me now, I have to personally develop. In the morning, 30 minutes. At night, 30 minutes. Sometimes in the middle of the day, take a 10-minute pout. It is so imperative that I protect my bubble now way more than when I started. Because now, see, when you get to a higher level, there's more people that are attached to you. There's more people that are attached to your level of success. There are more people in which you're guiding. That's more responsibility. So now that I have more responsibility, I have to keep covering myself to keep doing this on an excellent level all the time. So I did my 30 minutes. I talked to everybody this morning about, I posted out this morning what I was listening to. And I want to get you the title. And it was so good. And my emotion even comes over it. The type of it was, why not? That the whole hour this morning was why not? Like, why you don't have what you want to have? Like, why you feel the specific way that you do when someone is saying something to you. And it's like, but let me tell you, the reason why you don't have what you have, or you're not going in the direction in which you want to go, is because you're steady not saying, well, why not? Like, you know how people say, why is this happening to me? Like, the reason it's happening to you is because you're not saying, well, why not? Why not? Like, we say, okay, I want to get something great. And it's like, why not me? Like, you're not asking enough of why not? And I was like, wow, I'm not asking enough. And then they made us do an exercise where we had to write out all of those things that you're just saying, why not to? Now, it's very detailed, so I may not be whatever, because this was an hour of, and I was like, wow, there are certain areas right now that I'm not saying why not. Like, why are you not pushing harder in this area? Why are you not going the extra mile in this area? So I'm sharing with you, if you don't understand why personal development is important, I'm sharing with you my own. I'm using myself is that. So I was like, okay, what is the, when then we were asked, what is the real emotion that's attached to that? What is the real emotion of why you're not doing this? And my real emotion was fear of failure. It was fear of failure. And I didn't even realize that's the reason why I was not pushing. I didn't even realize it. I just knew that it was an area I wasn't touching. I had made the decision, but I didn't understand the reason why. And then the instructor was saying, hey, you got to get deep on it and figure out where that emotion is, and then deal with the emotion that it is, because it's going to stop you. And I was like, wow. So now I got, after this, some journaling to do for something that I didn't even realize was there. You want to know why? Because when you're doing a lot of different things at a time, there are things that you overlook. Have you ever had a pile of laundry? I know we are. Have you ever had a pile of laundry and you just stepped over it and you act like you didn't even see it there? It is still there. It is not going to wash itself. Like, seriously. But your brain is so focused. Have you ever been driving and you got to the destination and you had no idea how you got there because your brain was so over here, and you were like, dang, how did I even miss the turn? Because your brain is doing something else, right? So guess what? That happens in your life. There are things that you are just not dealing with. You're not doing because your brain is steady jumping over so many other hurdles. It's dealing with so many other things. It hasn't had the time to focus on this area. And one thing that I've taught you in training is you get what you focus on. So I can't get past this one area because I didn't even realize it. I've been jumping hurdles in other areas. There's this one thing that literally is the key to unlock what I'm doing. But guess what? I keep walking over the pile of laundry. And the more you walk over that pile of laundry, the more it becomes 2 piles. Then it's 3 piles. Then eventually you can't even get down the hallway because all your clothes are there. And you literally just have to stop and wash the clothes. You just have to do it. You have to stop and wash those clothes. So I wanted to share that with myself because I always say, hey, I know when people ask me, how do I outpour so much? Because I am very attached to you. Like multi-strand cording in this business, in anything you do. Yes, Benitra. Anything you do is very important. So I had to say, I'm here for myself. But myself got put away when that's the reason why when I come on these trainings, my black screen is down. That's literally my scratching the line that I'm saying, hey, I'm still working on me right now. This is my time. Then when I come into this area, here is your time. Here's your training. Here's your questions. Hey, come answer them. Am I doing enough for you? Am I training you? Am I training what's in the room? And if you love that space, I know people tell me they love that. I know what would make me feel great is if you took this and then you took the same amount of time that I take with you, with your team. This is what would make me great. If you're like, Trayce's such a leader, she makes me want to lead better. Trayce's such a leader, she makes me not want to get off the phone with my customer, really just be more curious. And man, my e-suite is rocking. Hey, I need to get boxed. My team know we got 2 more days. Need to get boxed. And if they took the same, hey, I'm just going to make sure everybody understands this opportunity because this is so fire. And I want to get them here. That to me is gratification. Because guess what? I do these spaces not for myself. If I was doing these for myself, I would still be on my training from this morning, right? So here I'm outpouring to someone else. Hey, what I want you to get from this is to take this, now go outpour to someone else. Take this training, go send it on off to another team member that says, hey, you hear and know a lot. If your team is steady saying, hey, I'm sick of hearing no, they don't want these products. I wanted you to have a resource tool where you could say, hey, go listen to this. Press this button, go listen to this. Because maybe you don't know how to put all these 6 together, but hey, I can be resourceful and give you something to get you to your next level. So I appreciate you all. I do. You all are even too helping me to be able to develop an amazing YouTube channel with your questions, with your inbox messages of things that you want me in which to teach. I keep on saying I feel like I'm the business encyclopedia Britannica. I've been through so much, I failed so much, and through all of those failures came this level of knowledge. So that's why I tell you all, everything in which you're going through that is not the way that you are, it is going to produce something else. Just stay in the game, stay consistent, believe in yourself, right? Believe in yourself. You may not be exactly where you desire to be, but I want you to be on fire, for you are going to get there. I'm not what I want, but I'm going to get there. Every morning, I'm not what I desire, but I'm going to get there. So I thank y'all for tuning on in. I'm about to go ahead and exit. And guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to get with my team. You're welcome, Diana Joy. Which we decided yesterday that was the most amazing for her and her brand. That thing. I love it. I even saw it when you went live the other day. It looked beautiful. I love how it looks. It fits you. All right, everybody. Have an amazing Thursday. Have an amazing Thursday. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. It's Friday. And y'all know I overgive on Friday. I overgave today, too. I overgave today because I know objection is huge. And we have a lot of things that are in front of us right now. And I really wanted to make you put some things in your brain and help you jump over these hurdles at the beginning of the month. Because, hey, I'm here with you all month. I'm here with you all month. And I wanted to make sure that you were armed for it. Okay? Have an amazing Thursday. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to have fun. See ya.
Bye. Thank you.